Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler video series videos. I do I go over there, try food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, and folks, that's a little bit better. I'm gonna talk about stuff. I'm gonna let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not gonna lie. I had some pretty good meals with my my last review that I did. I'm expecting that to continue. But we'll get to that. Folks, super simple format. I'm going to go over there, I'm going to try out food and or drink items. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm going to yammer on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. I also got the door open because it's not hot, but it's hotter than I like, personally. So, a little bit of a breeze. Fuck else was I going to say? Someone went over there and made a noise, and it interrupted my brain thoughts. Yes, on top of that, I'm also wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight super cool shirts. Super cool shirt am I wearing today? Boom, it's my Yu Yu Hakusho shirt. Which, if you're not familiar, Yu Yu Hakusho, it's an anime from the early 90s, done by a dude named Togashi, whose name, I can't ever remember his full name, but his name is Togashi. He also went on eventually to do the Hunter x Hunter series, or Hunter x Hunter, if you want to pronounce it that way. And he's also married to the Sailor Moon girl, the creator of Sailor Moon. Two of them are married. I'm a big fan of Yu Yu Hakusho. I got into it back when I was in either middle school or very early high school. I want to say like maybe freshman year of high school. It was on Cartoon Network. I really just took to it. And it's been one of my favorite anime ever since then. Like, I absolutely love it. And I typically, I like to represent it. So I've got a number of shirts. This one I like quite a bit. It's got kind of done up in the style of the original ending with the sort of very cool, black and colored. I don't know, it's very cool, man. I like it. Just the way the colors and the darkness interplay in the original ending of the series. Anyway, what am I trying to do today, folks? What are we doing here? Well, I just got through reviewing a egg and eel bowl from Tokyo Shokudo, which is it's a little food stall inside of a Japanese marketplace called Mitsuwa Marketplace, which is a place that I've gone over there. I've reviewed a number of things from. And they have a cool little food court, and this is one of their locations. Like I said, I just got through reviewing something from there. But of course, I'm not just going to get one thing, folks. Oh no, not this guy. Because, open. Man, they got really good seals on their things. Seriously. There we go. Because, folks, we're also doing, and let's see if we can get a thing. So we can make it look pretty. Boom! It's this. What is it? It is their egg and shrimp bowl. See, these are shrimps. And so yes, it's like 3, I'm guessing, tempura shrimps. And then they kind of have like this fried egg that they almost make into like a sauce, and it's over it. They got a little, some little, I'm guessing these are radishes. I'm not 100% sure, but they're delicious. And yeah, man, I was actually going to get a spicy beef bowl. That was my plan. But they're like, yeah, sorry, we're actually out of beef right now. So I was like, all right. So let's do some egg and shrimp. That's what I'm down for. Let's kind of mix it up a little bit. Get it in with the rice and such. Looks quite delicious to me. Oh, it's going to be so good. This is actually one that I've never had. I've had the egg and eel before, but I've never done the egg and shrimp. So let's take it up. That's a big ass shrimp, folks. Oh, that's so good. Yeah, it's got like a kind of a tempura aspect to it, albeit it's not crispy. Very tender, very flavorful, and you get like multiple layers of flavor because you have the nice shrimpy flavor. And it's got a nice shrimp flavor to it. But then you've also got like the fried outside. Just gotta watch for the tail because they leave the tail on. But yeah, you get that nice outer coating. It's just this really nice fried flavor. But it doesn't taste too heavy, but it's so flavorful. It's a very giving flavor. But at the same time, it doesn't override the tastiness of the shrimp. Like, it's both of them are doing what they're supposed to be doing. That is super fucking good. I like that a whole bunch. And then, I mean, the rest of it is fundamentally the same as the egg and eel bowl. So you get some nice, delicious rice. It's got that nice kind of clumpiness to it. You know, it sticks together. Got the egg, which is nice and eggy and kind of adds a delicious savoriness to it all. I love the way it's prepared. I love the little radish things. I think they're fantastic. Because, like, they're little, but, like, they give, like, this nice burst of flavor. And it's unexpected how flavorful they are. I'm guessing maybe they're, like, pickled or something like that. Or maybe they're not radishes. I'm just an idiot. That's possible, too. It's gotta be pickled. Because it's got, like, kind of a vinegary hit to it. Gotta be pickled. It is super good. I mean, for me, like I said, because it is so similar to the egg and eel dish, you know, it's not throwing a lot of surprises at me. The only real key difference is the shrimp. And I've certainly had shrimp tempura before. But it is cool to see it in this format. Like I said, it doesn't have the crispiness of the tempura. You know, but at the same time, it still has, like, just a lot of flavor to it. And, you know, that's the thing. It's like, it's great that it tastes good, but it also needs to be flavorful. And, like, it doesn't have, like, a fishiness or anything to it. It's just a very flavorful, very nice piece of shrimp. It's fried up nicely. That's fantastic. There is, for me, there's nothing. The only thing I'd kind of dislike, and I know that this is a thing. This is like a thing versus America, versus, again, seemingly the entire rest of the world, which is the tail on the shrimp. Because, of course, here in America, typically if we have shrimp in a dish, we're ditching that tail. Now, it's not entirely every place. I want to say, maybe in some, like, Creole cuisine, do they keep the tail on? I could be completely wrong. I'm not 100% on that. But I want to say that I had, like, it wasn't gumbo, but I had something one time from this one place that was, like, supposed to be, like, Louisiana food and stuff. You know, New Orleans kind of stuff. And I think that they did, but if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I apologize. I'm not trying to put that on anybody. But, and, you know, I know that they keep it on there because, like, it's supposed to add flavor. Plus, if you want to just pick it up, you know, it gives you a little handle. For me personally, you can just ditch it. For the little bit of extra flavor that I might be getting, you can get rid of it. I don't need it. It's like, I remember one time, and I need to go back there. There's this one place called Rio's, and they sell, I think it's like Brazilian and like South American cuisine. And it's really good. I need to go back there. And like, I had this stew, and it was so good, except that they had shrimp in it, and it had the fucking tails on it. And it's like, I don't want to eat the tails, so I'd have to go over there and pick the shrimp out and take the tail off, and then eat it that way. Which, you know, I don't know, for me, it's not my favorite part of things, but it's a minor gripe at best. Certainly something I'm willing to endure, considering just how fantastic this is. I mean, rice, it's the same deal as I made with the eel and egg. It's fundamentally, it's a very simple food, just done the right way. It's very hearty. Like, just eating that one bowl of the egg and eel, I mean, that pretty much filled me up. I'm doing this for the review. I mean, I'm gonna eat it, of course, but, you know. That's the great thing about it. It's just simple, it's filling, but it's super duper tasty. And a lot of times the best foods are just that. It's like, you don't necessarily have to go super duper fancy or complicated. As long as you just got good ingredients, they work together, and that's what this is. 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Absolutely and absolutely. In fact, for myself personally, I prefer the eel, because I like eel as an ingredient. I think it's fantastic. I don't get it nearly as often as I should, because I think it's wonderful, although I'm sure that the eels are thankful for that. But I really do, you know, I like it a lot. But I also understand that for people who maybe aren't acclimated to, Japanese type cuisine, having that as an ingredient might be a little bit off-putting, but damn near everybody in the West has had shrimp. So if you like shrimp, this is probably more palatable to you. It's going to be more familiar. So while for me personally, I would get it again, but I wouldn't get it before I got the eel again. If I'm recommending it, I would recommend it to most people above the eel, just because I think it's going to be more familiar, a little bit easier for you to kind of ease yourself into. But anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of the week, monumental rest of the month, stupendous rest of your folks. You go over there, have yourselves a truly shrimp tempura-tastic rest of your life. Because, shrimp tempura, folks. It's fucking shrimp tempura. By the way, I also did a review of this. Wilkinson Zero Cola. Go watch that review. Let me put it to you this way. I'm drinking it because I bought it. Not for any other reason. But anyway. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do can't do all the time. I know I can't do all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. But it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there with you in it, folks. It's just, it can be a hell of a thing, man. Like, I'm happy I got the day off. I get to enjoy some wonderful food. But it's also warm. And I'm done with the warm. I'm going to be honest with you, folks. I'm done with it. I need it to be done. We're nearing the end of September. I want the warmth to be done. I want to just be able to have nice, cool days. And to not have to worry about sweating for a while. I don't like to sweat. But, at the end of the day, we're going to deal with situations in our life that are stressful, frustrating. Usually ones that are way worse than fucking something as stupid as, it being a little bit warm outside. Take a step back. Try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives. Hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks. Do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, here's what I want you to do. You're going to go over there. Maybe it doesn't have to be Japanese cuisine. Maybe it could be South American cuisine. It could be a whole bunch of places. Go over there. Explore your local spots. Even if you got to drive a little bit, obviously it's going to vary for you how far you want to go. But, there's just, there's so many great places. And I say this as somebody who, I really, growing up, I just kind of went with my dad to places. My dad was a little adventurous, but, kind of by his era's standards. When I got older, I wanted to kind of go out and do things more myself. And when I finally got a car and I got a little money, I started kind of branching out a little bit. And I really ended up enjoying it for, what I was experiencing. But even at that point in time, I had a lot of social anxiety. I still have social anxiety to a certain extent, but I've gotten better about it. I had driving anxiety. I just kind of like to operate in areas where I was comfortable. But, I realized how limiting that was for me, and so I started branching out a little bit more and more. And, I still have those issues, but at the same time, I've now been able to go over there and just, find these spots and stuff that, even, maybe not 5 years ago, maybe like 10 years ago, I probably would have been reluctant to make the trip to because it was, more than a 10-minute drive from my house. Because, again, that's where I was at that point in my life. But, work with what's comfortable for you, but at the same time, I'd say don't be afraid to branch out. It's my words of wisdom for the day. Anyway,